Mr. Darrow David.
Mr. Speaker, sir, can I have your permission to take question 21 and 22 together?
Yes, please.
MOE's approach has been to keep schools safe so that they can remain open as far as possible. We recognize that home-based learning, or HBL, cannot be a full substitute for the school-based learning experience. On a prolonged basis, it comes at a cost not just to students' learning, but also their social-emotional development and mental well-being. It also imposes a burden to families and society. Moreover, not all students have a home environment conducive to HBL. The past few months have given us greater confidence that we can strike a balance by taking a more targeted approach to ring-fence cases and their close contacts. For example, rather than resorting to full HBL across all schools or the entire level, we would only place affected classes on HBL in response to a confirmed case if there is a possibility of transmission within schools. To reduce the possible disruption to PSLE cohort, as an additional precautionary measure for primary schools, we have placed all primary schools on HBL from 27 September to 6 October. Subsequently, when the national posture tightened, this was extended by a day to include 7 October, effectively covering term 4, week 3 to 4, or 2 weeks, given that Children's Day on 8 October is already a school holiday. Schools mitigate the impact of HBL by using technology to minimize disruption to curriculum coverage and maintain social connections. Teachers use online platforms and resources to ensure that students who are away from school can continue learning and conduct regular check-ins with these students to monitor their well-being. Schools have sufficient computing devices and internet-enabling devices to loan to students and remain open for high-need students and those without alternative caregiving arrangements during HBL. We will continue to review the need for further periods of HBL based on the prevailing COVID-19 situation and national posture.
Mr. Darrow David.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to thank the Minister for his answer, and also like to thank also all the teachers who are currently doing a good job with HBL. As a parent of a child who's currently on HBL right now in primary school, I have two supplementary questions, Mr. Speaker. The first one is that I understand Minister's point about HBL not just for our primary school students, but also for keeping our PSLE cohort safe. However, moving forward beyond this week, does the Minister foresee the possibility of HBL being extended either into the future or perhaps even until the start of the school holidays? And also bearing in mind that we now have N-level, O-level and even A-level exams coming up, does the Minister foresee the possibility to keep those cohorts safe or protected as well, that HBL might be rolled out in secondary schools and beyond? Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, sir, may I take the second question first and then come back to the first? Mr. Speaker, sir, the considerations for the primary schools and the secondary schools are quite different. The main difference being that most of our primary school kids, less half of the primary 6 cohort, are not vaccinated yet, which is why we have taken extra precautions for our primary schools. For secondary schools and above, vast majority of our students have already been vaccinated. So the kind of anxiety that the students or the families may face is quite different. We will do what is necessary to make sure that the ongoing N-levels and the upcoming O-levels and A-levels exams can continue to be conducted safely. On the first questions as to whether we will extend HBL for the primary schools, MOE will be making an announcement later this week The reason why I'm not making an announcement today are as follows. One, because we are in the middle of PSLE, I would like to have all the school leaders and the teachers to focus on the task at hand first. Second, we are also proceeding with our internal preparations and communications with our educators, and I'd like them to know our decision collectively first before we make the announcement later part of this week in tandem with the national posture. Thank you very much.